Hello everybody, I am John and this is my channel. Today we are going to play some Persona 3. If you guys pay attention to my channel at all, you'll notice I wrote kind of a long post there about Persona and whether or not I think it's actually good for the channel or not. Fun game, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is Persona 3 and I have never played any other Personas. Meaning, what I was trying to get across was I wanted to maybe play shorter episodes. And then, it's really easy with a game like Dying Light or any of the FromSoft games where you have missions, even Wulong. I mean, especially Wulong. You have quests in Dying Light that have a definitive beginning and an end. Some of the main quests may go on a bit, but the majority of the side quests, they're not very long. So it's really easy to say, okay, well, in this episode, we're going to do these two side quests, and then boop, that's it. And then, wrap it, look at it, edit it a bit, post it, right? In Dying Light, in Wulong, it's the same thing. We have missions. So there's a start and there's an end. And some of them are long, yeah. And we're going to be getting into some of those longer ones, the main ones. But still, I mean, there's a beginning and an end. And so you can easily chop that thing up. I mean, you don't really need to do much at all in terms of like this episode, you know what's happening in it. The description says. It's not like in this game. What do I put for a description if we don't do anything but advance our socials? Right? Nothing. Is advancing our socials worth it to put up on the channel? Yeah, I think all of this is meaningful content for the game. Right? You don't want to be like, oh, okay, well, you're a level 3 and blah blah blah, and now you're suddenly, a genius in academics. What the fuck happened? Right? So this game is a bit more difficult to do something like that with. So sorry dudes, got the fucking game volume on. It's all goddamn time. So that's what I mean. So it's really easy for me to say, okay, well, we're gonna fight. We're at whatever boss. Right, in a FromSoft game or something like that, or we're just started the Forbidden Woods, so we're going to be going to Forbidden Woods from Bloodborne, and that's what the episode is about. Now, mind you, some of those sections may have 2 videos because some of them are kind of long, but still, it's easier to break that up. In this game so far, it doesn't seem easy. The easiest part about this game, in terms of creating the videos, is when we go in Tartarus, and I don't even know if that's how you say it. When we go in the tower, when we went in the tower early on, we knew we could go eventually from level 1 to level 5, and that's it. The next time we went in, we can go from level 1 to level 11, I think, or something like that, and then that's it. And then from 11 to 17, and then that's it, and then from 17 to 25 or whatever the fuck. But you see, that was carved up kind of nice. And so I was able to make, an episode on just one of those, or 2 if they were quick. And then I didn't have to, worry about wondering if me working at the cafe and getting a bonus in charm and a bonus in courage or something is worth a video on the channel. Now, I always like to, if nothing else, put up what I'm playing first. Whatever I'm playing, it's gonna go up. I'm not going to be cutting out my deaths when it comes to a boss. I don't like that because there's valuable information in every one of those deaths, usually. Meaning, if we were to fight a particular boss and we're going through the battle and we die, But I noticed something. I say it on the channel. I say it like, hey, did you guys see when he did this swing or when he did this swing? And did you see that combo? You see the space where I have an opening where I can do a hit. Let's see if we can do 2 in that opening. Okay, well, good. Then we watch for the opening and then we do 2 hits and then I call that out. So that's how we're sort of advancing a boss fight. And so I think that's really valuable. Now, it depends why you're watching the video. If you're watching the video to see how I beat a boss or die to a boss, or if you want to just relax, sit back and watch a video, you're having a bad day, you kind of want to watch something mindless, and believe me, my shit's mindless, man. And so that's to me, that's really valuable. So I don't want to cut that out. I mean, there's a couple of bosses, right, that you may fight in a particular game, and it's going to take you like 30 times to beat it, right? Well, what can we possibly learn watching 30 battles? Maybe watching the first 2 and then number 17 and 18 and then number 25 and 26. And then when we win, but not all of them. So I try to edit a little, but I don't want to edit it to the point where you don't see the advancement in my game while we're playing. Now, the thing that brings up is while you guys are fighting the same bosses, I know one guy actually did. I don't have a lot of followers yet, subscribers, so hopefully I do at some point. Because that brings up the good conversation. So I think in one of them, he's like, oh yeah, did you know you could do this? Of course I didn't at all. And so I'm like, no, let me try that, when I'm in there. And then, we do that because it isn't, I'm not going to know everything from doing whatever boss fight, doing whatever thing in the game. I mean, I didn't even know I had to manually fucking save this game. And we lost like 2 days, a day worth of content, maybe 3 hours, 2 hours. Because I had to redo it. Because I didn't fucking save it. I didn't know I had to save it. But I guess I should have. It's from 2009. There's no autosave evidently. So anyway, so what I write in that post, kind of lengthy post in there, was how does this game fit in to the channel and my newfound idea that I want, fairly newfound, that I want to break up my videos a little bit more so they're a little more digestible. I don't like to get into 2-hour videos, right? You may or may not have time to watch a 2-hour video to get to one point. Therefore, what you're doing is you're then, clicking through it to try to find the moment, and you're missing some good stuff. So if I were to just make that shorter, play games that cater to that a little bit, it might make it better. Now, I mean, this is all because when I play games, I don't give a shit what game it is. If I like it, we're going to play it. Number 2, I'm playing the game. I should just record it. I mean, what the fuck's the point if I don't record it? It's just like I have the equipment, just turn it on. I like talking, as you know, so that's cool. So I'm trying to juggle that and try to figure out what exactly we should be doing in these games, what games we should be leaning towards more. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to play Persona Reload and Persona 5. I'm going to play them, and I'm going to play them on the channel. But I have to do it in such a way that they're in digestible chunks, I think. It's just the way it is. And the reason why I know that, sorry about that, guys. I'm recording this. It is a Wednesday, so it is a work day. I don't have a lot of work to do, so I'm doing it on the fly. Meaning I can just pause this, do that, come back, pick up where I left off, more or less. I mean, there is a break in it, and I'm sorry about that, and I don't really like that because my train of thought generally gets off the train when something like that happens. Just like what I was just talking about, which now I don't remember. Right? So there's that. So what I was saying, I think, is when we were talking about how to structure these types of games that don't exactly fit into the mission type games. And what I think we should be doing here. Oh, yeah, I do remember now. I do remember. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing any of this up, the main reason, is because when I'm looking at the videos, what I want to do is I want to make a video, and I don't want to just make a video such that some of you guys watch it and some of you guys who may be interested in watching that episode don't, because it's 2 hours long, right? Because I did a video, let's just say, that did 4 missions in Wulong, and it's like 2.5 hours long. No. If you're watching that video because you want to see a particular boss of those 4 fights, all you're going to do is play the video and try to find it. Why would you have to try to find it when I could just break that up? And then all you need to do is watch the one video that has to do with that particular mission. Right? That would be nice of me. And I want to be nice. So, and it's not hard for me to do that at all. At all. So when I go through the videos and the analytics and I see how long the average view time is for a video, that tells me that that video was either too long, depending on the number of views, that video was too long, that the people who were watching that video only wanted to see something, or the whole video was enjoyable. Okay, depending on the watch time. I have some videos that the average watch time for 10 to 15 views is 15 minutes. To me, that's really good. Some of them are 20, some of them are an hour. Some of them are 2 minutes, some of them are 1 minute. Right? Depending on the length, that means something. So what I look at is I look at the percentage of the total. So if you're watching my video Owl Father, for example, from Sekiro, that video is only like 10 minutes long or something. So if you watch it for 2 minutes, that's a good percent, right? So I'm not necessarily talking about things that short. I'm talking about like I just did two side quests in Dying Light 2 that took a total of 22 minutes. Let's just say 25 minutes. And I recorded it, and we did the video, and we did those 2 quests, done and dusted, close it. Okay, post the video. Now, if you want to see what happens when if you're struggling with All in the Family, let's just say, not the TV show from the 70s, but 60s, late 60s, never mind. You know what I mean? If you're watching the video because you want to see how I get into the dark zone during the daytime, because that game is really weird with this day-night cycle. If I go into the dark zone during the day, the massive volatiles are in there that kill me in 2 hits. So and if you wait for night at a rest stop, it's way far away from where I need to go. So I'm going to get chased by those big fucking volatiles and die anyway. So how do you do that? So maybe you want to see how I do that, right? And if I made that an hour and a half long, and it was the 3rd thing that I did in it, you're not even going to bother to go and look, right? Why would you do that? Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. Unless, you really enjoy my stuff, man. Anyway, so I'm conscious of that. I'm conscious of trying to figure out like how to do things a little better, like on the channel, to fit what my audience is looking at. So I love playing these games, and we're going to play them. We're going to post them. But it means something that if I'm posting it, I should probably pay attention to what you guys think. How to make it better. How to cut this up so that it's more enjoyable, so it's easier to watch. Yeah. I think that's really important. Anyway, so we are going to start playing this game, Persona 3, Reload, and we're going to try to break it up into a little bit an episode where it doesn't get too long. We just killed the priestess, so we're going to go in and see if we can get back into the tower, Tartarus, however you say it. So we're going to try to do that. So I guess I'm gonna publish this video. I'm gonna put it up there without us playing yet, because I think it's important that you know sort of what I've been thinking of doing with the channel, with how I record the videos. And you know I don't like to edit it a lot such that you don't get to see stuff. So I think that part is important. I don't think it's important to see me go from point A to point B from the like a super bad boss run, like going to fight Shadow Yarnum. That boss run is stupid. Why would I make you sit there and watch me run from the get-go all the way to the... I would just start it up when I got to the boss. And then if I die, and then I'm like, okay, guys, we're going to do it again. Pause it. Wait till I get all the way up to the boss again. Unpause it. Now you get to see the next battle. So I haven't really been doing that very much for those old videos, but time goes by and I tweak some things, try to make them a little better for the channel, for myself, for you guys. So all those things, I think it's all good. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you sort of have an idea about what we're doing, what we're going to be doing. I did buy Persona 5, so I will be playing that. The new one, Royal. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, so I'm playing this Persona 3 Reload game, and I'm like, Jenny, man, my wife, this is really fucked up. This game is fucked up. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, watch this. So we start out right, and what's the chick's name? I forget. And she's like quivering by a door with a gun to her head. And she's like, all I have to do is pull the trigger. And she's like, I can't. She drops the gun. And my wife's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, I know. I said, so watch this. And then I forward to like one of the battles. And she watches her, the character, use her persona. And she's like, she has to shoot herself in the head in order to release her persona. And I'm like, it's fucked up. And she's like, yeah. Like, right about now, I mean, not just now, but like in my gaming time, and I'm 50. That's just like, okay, so you play games like Call of Duty and, whatever, and you have to shoot people. But it's a game. It's a game. Everyone understands it's a game, and you can't just go out and shoot people. It's a game. But then the way this game starts, it's like, do you think somebody out there would actually think to themselves that they have to do this to release their spirit animal? And I'm like, I really hope not. I mean, what the fuck kind of game would do that? Right? Think of some other way to do it. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't. That just took me back, man. When I saw that, When I saw that, when I started playing this, I am like, I don't know if I can play this. What is this? Why would they do that? When they made Persona, I mean, is it like that in all the Personas, guys? I mean, it's a great game. And I would imagine from what I hear, all the Personas are awesome and they're really fun to play. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe, and we're going to get to some content. See you soon.